Generally, in midterm elections, the president's party doesn't do well. Or two of the big things that we can see play out are the president's approval numbers and the way that the economy is doing.
A variety of factors are working against the Democrats, and that there's really no way that the Republicans aren't going to sort of overperform what the polls are showing.
近日，有政策专家认为，在即将到来的中期选举中，白宫政策导致美国经济下滑的现状将使共和党赢得国会多数席位。反对观点则认为选战还未成定局。
The Democrats are not doomed. It's not a foregone conclusion. People tend to think that the voters feel like, well, we don't like what the White House is doing, therefore we're going to punish them. And so there's very much a narrative in that regard, but that is not at all what happens, and that's not at all what the data shows. A lot of talk about swing voters, and the presumption is that voters are going to swing from voting Democrat to voting Republican. The real issue is, are people going to swing from voting to not voting? So Democrats still spend far too much money on persuasion of voters rather than mobilization of voters.
美国智库外交关系协会资深专家塔特尔认为，在很多摇摆州，选民是根据候选人的政见进行投票，而非简单看候选人的政党。
For a lot of Republicans and independents and Democrats too, it's inflation in the economy. Republicans have a tendency to be more interested in, say, the immigration issue and security issues.
今年，美国最高法院推翻罗诉韦德案后，许多民主党人倾向于关注堕胎问题。
And so we are already seeing, in terms of Kansas and then the special election in New York, that they have overreached and they have alarmed a larger sector of the electorate. Women, younger women, are turning out and registering in much larger numbers. And that is a very, very dangerous prospect for the Republicans and very encouraging for the Democrats.
距离中期选举还有8天时间，专家指出，根据目前的投票情况，还不能断定最终的结果。
We do see higher numbers of early voting among the Democratic Party and more same-day voting within the Republican Party. So if you're looking at the early numbers of the number of ballots that have been returned by members of the Democratic Party, you might get overly excited that you're going to see high turnout as compared to Republicans. But it's important to note that Republicans are more likely to be voting the day of the election rather than early voting or mailing in their ballots.
根据报道，近日一份美国哥伦比亚广播电视公布的民调显示，在众议院的435个席位中，共和党有望获得228个，而民主党则在207个席位竞选中领先。新唐人电视台洛杉矶记者站综合报道。